Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Today we are finally going to be doing a 100% walk through the third DLC from Dark Souls 2, Crown of the Ivory King, where we'll be getting every single item in the DLC. So let's get straight to it. One thing I want to mention before starting is that I already went ahead and killed the first boss and talked to Alana, so all the snow and the frozen chests are all going to be open and all the pathways. Don't worry, I haven't got any of the items, so that's what we're going to be showing in this video. If you don't know how to unfreeze everything, all you have to do is kill the first boss and go to the Grand Cathedral and talk to Alana. The first boss is straight to the left here at the start, but he will be invisible at the start and you won't really be able to kill him. So if you don't know where to get the item to make him invisible, we will be showing that in this video as we pick up our first item here, which is going to be 3 Radiant Life Gems, I believe it is. Come down the stairs, kill this guy. There's going to be a passageway here to our right, but we're not going to be doing anything there at the moment. We're going to be unlocking that later on in the video. Obviously, like I used to mention in my 100% walkthroughs, I am voicing this over the preview in Sony Vegas, so I won't be able to see which items I'm picking up. I will be able to remember some of the important ones, so don't worry about that. But basically, if it's just some random items like life gems or anything else like that, I won't really be able to remember. Be careful down here with these dogs. There's going to be a wing spear +7 down here. Just with these dogs, some of the movesets and certain weapons are really hard to get a hit on them. The next item's going to be down here, below the same stairs we just came down. This took me ages to pick this up since thanks to that stupid message. But anyway, that's 5 torches, guys. I think not too important. Here there's going to be 2 alleyways left and right. These won't be open until we have talked to Alana and all the storms gone away. But over here there's going to be 3 items. I think one of them is just staff. I will try and mention every time I go to some place where you're not going to be able to access it until you've killed Alana, if I remember to mention it. But like I said, these guides ain't really meant to tell you where to go. They're more like how to get all of the items. So I apologise if this doesn't really show you which way you have to go. This next area is probably going to be the first difficult kind of part of the DLC, where this fountain is. There's only going to be 1 item here down on the ground. Watch out for that white guy. But once we've killed everybody, including the guy under the bridge, we're going to come over here to our left. Watch out for this guy and the guy shooting at you from the back. And there's only going to be 1 item in here. I have not a clue what it is. I don't think it's anything too important, to be honest. If not, I would have remembered it. Let me just take out these guys. Be careful of that motherfucker at the back. It's really getting annoying now. But anyway, once we pick up this item, we're going to head back out. And we are going to be at our first crossroad where we have various decisions. The first time you come here, you will only be able to go to the left up these stairs over here in front of me now. Because this place will be frozen solid and you won't be able to access this door down here. Don't bother going across the bridge because you're not going to be able to get across. There's a hole in it and that's where we're going to be going next. Once you complete this path down here, we will be the other side of the bridge and we will fill that hole in. So make sure you do this first. So watch out for these guys. These guys are probably one of the most annoying enemies in the DLC. The best way is just to take them out with arrows from inside here because they can't come in here. It's like an invisible wall for them, so they won't attack you in there. Pick up these 3 items over here. Nothing too important. I think it's just like some roots and maybe some mushrooms or something. Come out here where all these columns are. There's going to be, I think there's going to be 2 more of these guys here. Maybe just 1. There's an item here against one of these poles. I think it's a Twilight Herb or something like that. Nothing too important. Here's going to be the second guy just around here, hidden here. I don't know why I had such a hard time locking onto this bastard. But anyway, once we've killed them, we're going to continue the only path we have got open in front of us. In here to the right, there's going to be 1 more hedgehog and 1 more item up against the wall. Be careful because the Hexer guy will invade you. And also the mage guy at the top will have a line of sight on you. So make sure you come back and take those guys out carefully. Once we've killed the hedgehog here, we are going to pick up that item I was mentioning before, which was up against this wall. I've not a clue what it is. Watch out for this mage up here in front of us. He's got some fucking attack power on him if he catches you with all his spells. Shouldn't be too hard to take out if you got some ranged attack. You can make him jump down. Normally he will eventually jump down anyway, so you can go and spam him with his sword, but I wouldn't do that since there's a lot of the hedgehog guys, and around the corner I think there's another mage guy above us, so I really recommend like staying undercover while we take these guys out. There is 1 more item down on the bottom floor here before heading up the ladder, which is going to be round here to our left in front of this door, which we won't be able to open this door from this side quite yet, but we'll be showing you how to get to the other side of that really shortly. Watch out for this hedgehog which tries to ambush you before picking up this item. I think there's going to be one more behind us, which I don't realise. But once we've picked up that, just finish off with the enemies and go to the opposite side of the room and climb up the ladder. The only thing here is going to be a metal chest, but be careful, this guy caught me off guard. There's going to be a mage up here on the top left just shooting stuff out. This one won't jump down, so you pretty much got to do it with long range attacks, so at least he didn't jump down for me. But once that's over and done with, pick up the we'll go and open the metal chest here. There's nothing around that corner there. I was checking for invisible walls there, because in this DLC there's actually only 2 invisible walls or illusionary walls or whatever, and it was kind of a surprise to me. And there's so many places what looked like they could be invisible walls or whatever. But anyway, we're not going to head into this door to our left quite yet. First, we're going to pick up one more item and activate a bonfire, which is going to be around here. So first, we're going to go ahead and pick up this item hanging off the edge here. Don't worry if you drop down. If you drop down, you're basically just going to be where the hedgehog guys were at the start. So it's nothing too bad if you killed them. But we're going to activate this bonfire and rest at it just to get all our shit back. And now, indeed, we are going to go to the door we was talking about before, which is on this same floor, be to the right of the metal chest. So once we're in here, there's only one path we can do. Be careful of this guy. There's one of many of From's trolling phantoms in this DLC, and this guy's basically an invader with a white ring on. So just attack him. Don't let him confuse you with all his shit, his bows and all that crap, because he will attack you eventually, and he'll hide behind the enemies. And when you won't be expecting it, he will attack you. But once we're up here, we're going to open this door with the lever up there, jump all the way back down, and proceed through this cave just here. If you haven't killed the white phantom guy, he will follow you down, and he may start attacking you at this point. That you just see him there. But you know, it's not too hard to kill. Just don't let him catch you off guard if you left him behind there. He'll kind of just go behind all the enemies possible. But you know. Once we're all the way down to the bottom, we're going to find the white version of the current just demon, whatever it's called. It's pretty easy. It's just exactly the same as the other one. There's a load of items you can pick up around here. I believe the most important one's the large club +8. I think it was the great club or the large club. I think it's the large club +8. And once you kill the mini boss here, you will get the Ivory ring or something like that, which is pretty good for PvP. It basically breaks their stamina if they're defending constantly. But once we've killed him, we're going to head up the path to our right, and we're going to come to another crossroad where we can either carry on straight or go to the right. First, we're going to go in straight, and that's where we're going to open that door that we mentioned before, where all the hedgehogs were. So now we've kind of got a bit of a shortcut from the bonfire if we die. Now we're going to head up to the right, and there's going to be a few giants here, hedgehogs. There's only going to be 2 items, so once we've cleared this area out, the first item is going to be up here to our left, below this tower. I think it was just charcoal or something like that, so nothing too important. And the other one is going to be to the right of this tower just here. I can't remember what this was. I think it was a Pharaoh's Lockstone actually. I'm not too sure though. In here we're going to come up the elevator, and now we are going to be the other side of the bridge. Don't bother going across the bridge quite yet, because we're going to be sorting that in a minute. Come up the hill here to our left, and watch out for these few enemies. There's a few, I think it's like 4 or 5 enemies. They're quite bad. I think the only dangerous ones here are the hedgehogs, to be honest, but they're not too hard to take out if you get them on the right angle with a sword. And if you've got a bow and arrow, I really recommend using that for these guys. Once you take out all the enemies here, I think there's 4 or 5, you'll come to the top, and there's going to be an item hanging off the edge here. Be careful if you go straight to this item and look at the view, because there will be these hedgehogs to the right will try kind of ambush you and knock you off the edge if you sit there too long. So there's going to be a hedgehog and another big guy, so we're going to take those guys out. Before heading up these stairs, we're just going to go over to this snowball and hit it once with any attack, and that's going to kill all the enemies on the bridge, and it will fill the gap in so we can cross the bridge without going all the way back round where we just came from. So there's one more thing we can do here, carrying up the stairs, and we are going to come to the gate. In this gate there is going to be a white soldier, which basically the soldiers will make the boss a lot easier. There's 4 in total. 1 you get predetermined, so this will be our second one. So there's still 2 left we can rescue around the map, which we'll be getting to in a minute. So coming back across the bridge, as you can see now, we can go straight back across. There's going to be 3 items here. I think one of them was a staff, I'm not too sure, or twin blade. Not too sure. It was one of those 2 things. There was one exclusive weapon there. So now we're back across the bridge. We are going to go up to our right, which was up the stairs. This is the only path you can take originally if you haven't talked to Alsana or whatever her name is to make the storm stop. So you're probably going to be visiting this area quite early on, or you've got to visit this place before going across the bridge anyway. First we're going to come up these stairs and go to the right. Up here there's going to be one more enemy. Watch out for this guy. If you have unfrozen the or talk to Alsana or Alana, I think she's called Alana actually, I'm not sure. I'm sorry guys, I don't remember her name. Ignore the middle room, go up here to the right, up these stairs. There's going to be 3 chests. These chests will be frozen over if you haven't talked to Alana. I'm going to stop saying her name because I think I'm fucking it up quite bad. But anyway, once you picked up all those 3 chests, you're going to come and drop off the only gap we can on that roof. I think we can get some monastery charms there, and we are going to get I think it's the dark clutch ring, so this is going to make our hexes a lot better, so I really recommend getting that if you're a hex build. Comes in really handy. And now we're just going to drop off, and now we are back where we were before. So this time we're going to head up the stairs, and instead of going in the door to the right, we are going to go to the left where all these boxes are. Watch out for these enemies. You can basically just run past them quite easily. Just watch out, sometimes the dogs catch you before going out the door. Out this door now we're going to come to another crossroad. We can go 3 ways straight, right or left. First we're going to go to our left. You can do this anytime you want, even before the storm stops. Come down here. There's only one path we can take through here. Just come out this cave, go into the cave to the right, and from here there's just going to be 2 enemies on a straight path. Just make sure you don't fall off to the left here. And there is going to be I think it's the old bell helm or something like that. It's just basically a bell you put on your head. It's got quite good defense though, so if anybody's interested in that. Right, now back to where the 3 roads split off. Now we're going to go to the one straight ahead from our original route. Now in here we are going to have to light a torch with a butterfly. You won't be able to light a torch if the storm is going on, so you won't be able to do this at the start either. Just to let you guys know that. So in this cave we've got 3 directions. We can go right, left or straight on. Left is a hidden door, but it's really obvious. So first we're going to go to the right, up this hill, ignoring all the enemies, and drop down to our first ledge just here where all these white guys are, and pick up, I think it's human effigies. Just keep in mind that if you attack one guy, all of them will start attacking you, or pick this key up, so be careful. There's going to be the key which we will need to go to Frigid outskirts later on in the guide, so make sure you pick that up. And before going out we are going to take the final path, which is going to our left, which is going to be a hidden door, but it's really obvious. So coming up here, I really recommend getting this weapon. It's one of the most unique weapons in the DLC, which is the Bone Fist. If you get double of those, you can do quite a bit of damage, and that's a pretty fun PvP build, so I'm pretty sure I'm going to be uploading that one of these days. Back to the freeway, we was only allowed to go to the right now, so we're going to hop down here and light our bonfire. This will be the second bonfire you'll find in the DLC if you're doing it before unfreeze and everything. So you know, we're not actually that far in, but except that I took the way to get to the other side of the bridge really quite quickly before this, because it was kind of closer. But obviously if you haven't unfrozen anything, you're going to be here first. Over here there's going to be an item here to the right, so before heading up these stairs here to our left, we're going to go to the right of this tree here and go through these buildings just here. To the left there is going to be Ring of the Embedded, which is a new ring on the DLC, so make sure you go and pick that up. If you have unfroze everything, you will be able to come here to our left and then go into the right back to the other area, but this time stick at the top, and you're going to get Dark Dance, I believe it is, which is the the hex of this DLC. In spells in the DLC there's going to be a hex, a miracle, and a spell, or just a normal magic spell. Once we kill this guy, we should open this massive gate and pick up the only item there. First we're going to go out to the left when we come out here to the bridge on the exterior of the map where we can see the start of the DLC. Just make sure you come left first if you've got the key and open this door. This is going to be the path to Frigid outskirts if we're getting that coffin, but we're going to be doing that at the end of the walkthrough. So now we're going to head all the way back out where we just came through, right past the entrance to our right, and we are going to continue straight. Before heading up the stairs to continue through the level, we are going to open this door just here. Take note that this room will be frozen solid if we haven't talked to Alana yet. So just keep that in mind. There's no point of coming into this room if you have not done the first boss yet. Chest going from right to left. The first one is going to be a mimic. I think he leaves what's it? It's an armor. I can't think what armor it is. I think it's the onion head guy's armor. But anyway, in the rest of the coffins, in the rest of the chest, there are going to be a few quite decent stuff. Nothing too exclusive. I think there's just going to be some bonfire aesthetics, a few old radiant life gems, and something else I'm not too sure about. But don't worry if you can't get those yet. There's nothing exclusive there for the DLC. But now we are going to continue up the stairs, and now we are going to come to another free crossroads. So originally, if you haven't beat the first boss and the storm hasn't stopped, you will only be able to go to the left. But since we have done that, we are going to come to the right all the way to this Pharaoh's Lockstone on the far wall. There are going to be 2 items on the ground there before coming over here. All this Pharaoh's Lockstone is going to do is open a secret wall to our right here, and there is going to be a Durgle's hat in here. So if you're not interested in farming that in Dren Lake Castle, you can get it there for sure if you've got the DLC, so that's pretty well good to know. Take note that Pharaoh's Lockstone will be unavailable. It will be frozen solid if you haven't killed the first boss yet. So now we are going to head to the path straight ahead. Come down here to the only path. We'll come to this area with some wooden floors, pretty broken. If you come out straight to the first balcony, there's going to be a priestess chime +8, I think it was. That's pretty decent. If you're interested in using miracles all of a sudden and your character's not really made for that. Out on the second balcony, there's just going to be an enemy, so there's nothing important out there. Once you're in this little room after the 3rd or 4th enemy, you can go up or down. First, we're going to go up, and there's going to be one item over here in the corner, and this door is going to take us back out to where we just was a few minutes ago, where we killed that guy with the spear, where we opened that great big door with the lever. So it's kind of an interesting shortcut there if you're interested in that. So now we're going to head back down, and this time instead of going up, we are going to go down the next ladder to the next floor down. In this floor, there's only going to be one enemy. We just want to push off the edge there, and after we've done that, we are just going to continue down to our 3rd floor, or 3rd floor down anyway. Watch out for this spear guy's going to be waiting for us. Once we kill him, we are just going to head over here. There is going to be one more balcony on this floor, which is going to have the resistance ring, or ring of resistance +1, so if you're interested in that, go and pick that up. On this same floor, once we've killed all the enemies, we are going to go down the only path we can go down, which is a ladder. Once we're down the ladder, we are going to turn to our back here, and there's going to be a few dogs in this room, so be careful of those. Once you've killed them, go into the little room where the dogs come from, and there's going to be a chest with an item here. I have not a clue what the item is, by the way, guys. Nothing important. Now we're going to come to the other end of the room. Watch out for these dogs, and we are going to head out here into the exterior again. So there's going to be a door here to our left with an elevator in it. We're going to ignore that for a second here, where we go across this other path. Here there's going to be an invader. He is a mage. If he does get to hit you, he could be quite dangerous, but just try and stay as close as you can to him, and he shouldn't be much of trouble. And also watch out for that golem guy that tries to ambush you there. Here we are going to save our second guy here, so he will help us on the boss, so make sure you talk to him. So that means there's only going to be one more of those guys left before we can fight the boss at full power. Now we're going to head up the elevator, and we are going to come out into this room over here, or this bridge. But now I'm going to skip back and go to the 3-way where the Pharaoh's Lockstone door was. And now we're going to go to the left just to show you the original path to get to where that elevator just left us. So that way we will complete the union of the 2 paths. We're going to come out here, and I think those was a few Elizabeth mushrooms. So go pick those up. Here we can go to our left where this golem guy is, and we can push this lever, and it will raise the elevator. If you go back to 1 minute 20 or something like that in this video, the path right at the start of the DLC, what was blocked off by junk, Now we will be able to access that if we go all the way back down there. I believe this is a spell and a set of armor, so if you're interested, go back and watch the video at 1 minute 20 or something like that, and you see what I'm talking about. But once we're out here on the walls once again of the castle, we're going to go to the right before heading down to the left. In here, there's going to be a few dogs and I think 2 human effigies. That's what we picked up just there in the bottom floor. And if you go up the stairs, there's going to be a balcony here to our right with an item on it, which I can't remember what it was. So now once we pick that up, we are going to head back out the same door and head up to the ladder, which is directly to our right coming out of the door. So the only thing that's going to be in here is a chest with the exclusive miracle for the DLC, which is okay, I guess. I've never actually used it, but I've seen a few people use it and it seems pretty good. So now we're going to head back out, and this time we're going to pick up the item and head down the stairs on the outer skirts of the wall. Watch out for these 2 enemies. I recommend probably killing those guys. Now we're going to jump down here. There's no going back for this path once you've jumped down here. Pick up whatever the hell that was and come out, and here we are on the bridge that the elevator left us on. Obviously you will know this beforehand because the elevator path you won't be able to do until you've gone to the Grand Cathedral. So there's the path you will be originally coming on if you're doing the DLC for the first time. And this just here, obviously I've already got it, but this is what you're going to need to be able to see the first boss of the DLC, and that way you can access the Grand Cathedral. So I obviously already had it, and that's why all the snow and everything's gone, just for the sake of the walkthrough. But that's where you're going to get it for if you are stuck and you don't know how to fight the first boss or how to make him invisible. But here we are going to light another bonfire, and to the left of the bonfire there is going to be a door with a lever here. So we're going to press that lever. If this is your first time doing it, I recommend just going back to the first bonfire of the DLC, because there's not really going to be much in here until you unfreeze everything. This room is pretty much frozen solid until you go to the Grand Cathedral. Once we've cleared this room, we are going to see 2 chests. The first one is going to be a mimic, and he is going to drop the symbol of avarice, which is going to be basically the mimic hat or the mimic headpiece, which makes the drop rate better. And in the other chest, I think there's 3 Titanite, Twinkling Titanites, and 3 dragon bones or petrified dragon bones. On the second floor, there's 1 item over there, whatever. And in the final floor, there is going to be 2 enemies, I think, and 3 golems guarding the chest. And that invader, what just invaded, we'll be getting to him in a minute, is a pretty big bastard. The tactic I like to use on these golems is leave all 3 of them at really low health, so you just hit them once, because once you're going to kill the first one, their soul's going to go and activate the other one, so it's going to start attacking you. So if you've left them all at like no health at all, you will just be able to kill them before they like start attacking you. So I recommend doing that if you're having trouble here. In the chest, there's just going to be the curved Neil Greatsword, which is pretty good. It stacks quite well. I've never really got around to using that quite yet. Before going up the stairs, we're going to go to the path this way. This path will be frozen solid if you haven't gone to Grand Cathedral yet. So the only path open to you originally is going to be the other path. But round here we are going to free our third and final helper for the boss. This door will just take us out behind the first boss, so you don't have to worry about that yet, to be honest, if you haven't killed the first boss. Not that you'll be able to come to this place anyway. But now we're going to head back down to the right of the door, or the gate that we opened to save the third guy, and we're going to come around here to our right, and there's going to be an item and a secret door here. We're just going to hop down from the secret door and carry on straight ahead and head up these stairs. After we kill this enemy here, we are going to come to a chest with it had a ring in it. I think it was the fire clutch ring, which is going to be one of the last exclusive rings for the DLC. There is 1 or 2 more we can get a bit later on. So once we picked up that, we're going to hop down, and now we're going to be in the room where the 3 golems were with the guard in the chest. Once we head up these stairs, we shouldn't have forgot about the invader. He's going to be in this fucking barrel right here, trying to troll us with his stupid talismans. But anyway, once we've killed him one way or another, we are going to open the chest, which was right behind him. And now we are going to head up to the door to our left. Once this guy gets out of the way, that is. I'll kill him and go out the door here. And now that's it, guys. That's pretty much it for this kind of, or this main area of the DLC. This is where we would fight the first invisible boss, or Ivory, or whatever it's called, and we are going to be in Grand Cathedral. So that's the bonfire before fighting the boss. There's going to be one more item here, which is going to be a shield in this chest just here. This will be frozen solid until you speak to Alana, which will be in this room here with the red carpet. So basically, guys, once you talk to this soul just here, you will be able to do anything I just did on the guide. Obviously beforehand you will have to take a certain path to get there, but it's really quick. Once you kill the first boss, you'll be able to do all of that. So now moving on to Frigid outskirts. This place is going to be really short. There's only 4 or 5 items in here, even though it seems bigger than it is. So as soon as we leave the coffin, we're going to head to our left and go to the last coffin on our left, which is the 3rd or 4th one. And there's going to be an item in there. Not a clue what it is. There's nothing really important in here. There is 2 exclusive items, but none of them are all that special. Here we are going to go straight to our first building, which is to the right of the circle where you can summon people from outside the DLC. There's going to be an item in the building just here. It might be dried root or some shit like that. And there is also going to be another item on the far outside, which is going to be the mirror hat, which is basically Lucatill's hat but without the mask bit on it, which looks way better, to be honest, in my opinion. In between the first and second building, once we kill the first horse, and I think there might be just one wandering shitty little guy, there is going to be an item here slightly to our left. It's not hidden at all if you stay in between the first and second building on the normal path. In the second building there's nothing there, just this Pharaoh's construction. I don't even have stones left, but just so you guys know that once you activate that, there will be some water you can heal from. That's kind of so you don't waste Estus on this path. And final, well, it's 2 items left here. Once we go to the 3rd and final building here, the littlest one, or the smallest one, here at the end, we will be able to go up this little ramp here and pick up, I think it's 2 human effigies. Once that guy will get out of the way. And there is going to be one more item in this DLC, which is going to be an exclusive ring, which is going to be Ring of the Living. So what it does is, if you're a phantom or an invader, you can put that on and you'll be inhuman. You'll be like human with no aura around you or anything like that. And that is going to be down here before the hole where you would fight the boss. Just stick to the edge and you'll pick it up right here. So it's been one hell of a long video, and it took me my good work 2 or 3 hours to record all this, for another hour to edit it. But whatever, I enjoy doing this for you guys. So hopefully you enjoyed it. If there is anything I did miss, it don't matter how small it is, please let me know in the comments. I really appreciate that constructive feedback. We'll see you next time, guys.